Uh, Good day, global men. I always talk about the topics related to females. Today, I want to talk about men. But I must remember, we always say women, they give birth to children and gave birth to us. We are here because of women. We forgot that for a female to conceive is because of a man. Anyway, I'm not there. We've got a moral generation all over the world. And you know that Adam was the first man on earth, except the archangels, because the first being on earth were archangels, were the angels actually, and they later became archangels. But we are not there. Adam was created by God as the first human being. And thereafter, it was Eve. Eve was born out of the rib of Adam, was actually created. So now, that means a man is a head, and a woman is a deputy head. So men are responsible for the moral generation in a household. But I can see a lot of men, they behave like they are boys. You can still be a boy, but in a body of a man. Because in most cases, I see a lot of stuff that are being done by men that I always ask myself, why does this man have to behave like this? You'll find it a man, an old man, above 60 or 50 years in a tavern or in a place where it's concentrated by youth, and sometimes it disgusts us actually. Or a man, old men falling in love with young girls, blessers, call themselves blessers. They take advantage of poverty because they've got money, financial muscle. That is not what a man does. A man, you must have morals. You must educate, nurture your children. You must nurture your son how to be a man. Nurture your girl child about how to conduct herself. You know what men are doing to girls. Tell them to refrain from blessers, to refrain from people of their age who are going to shower them with a lot of money because they buy love and they possess them. They become their object because they give them a lot of money as girlfriend allowance and all this stuff. Tell your daughter to refrain from this buzzword of girlfriend allowance. That is why we bury them. We'll bury them. We don't mind. If you don't educate your daughters, we'll bury them because those monsters are going to kill them. Those are not boyfriends, they're monsters. They come up with their own agenda. So, I know you always talk about Zol. I want to caution you about this word Zol. That is not Zol. You know very well that is not Zol. It's Dacha. Zol is BB or boxer. You know why is it called Zol? Now you are trying to sugarcane it and call it Zol. It's not Zol, it's Dacha. Don't allow small boys to smoke Dacha and say you have been smoking Zol for more than 40 years. It doesn't matter. Your body can endure that pressure of Dacha, because Dacha, what I know about Dacha, it disturbs and it gradually kills your brain cells. Dacha and crystal meth, they do the same job. That's why people who use Dacha, they are always hyperactive, the same as cannabis. Some anyway, they become lump. It all depends on how your body reacts to it. But the bottom line is they destroy your brain cell. Now you are destroying your sons. So because I heard somebody saying he smokes Dacha with his son, or someone will tell you I smoke with my father. Because I always ask them, does your father know that you smoke Dacha? I say, yeah, I smoke with him. So I think you are a corrupt father. You can't do that. You are a very corrupt father. You're just like all these mothers who are hiding fathers like you who sleep with their daughters or who abuse their daughters, and say they mustn't report them. You are the same. You are actually, if I think if I was a minister of justice, I would enact a law that say if a father allows his son or his sons to smoke tar, that must be arrested because it's defeating the end of justice. You know very well that tar is not allowed to be smoked, but you are allowing your son to smoke tar. Even the girls, they smoke tar. You know very well they're smoking tar. Have morals as a father. Be a father, a real father. That's why these boys, they undermine, they fight. I know a lot of boys fight their fathers because they can see this is not a father. This is just a boy in a man's body. So how can a boy respect a person who's like, you must remember these boys of today, those are the AIs, artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, Chat GPT. I mean, there is a lot that's going on. There's evolution, technological evolution, and they become more and more wiser than us. So they can just read you. You know, if you can go to a lot of families, I know in a lot of families there's just disaster in there because of the fathers. They don't take responsibility. A father is just a person who cannot even change the bulb. How can you call your father? Cannot change the door lock, door handle. Cannot take a spade and go and fix the garden. As I'm talking to you now, I'm from fixing my garden in the morning. Because I don't want people to get used to my yard and check what is it I can steal. I fix my garden myself. I don't want anybody to come in. I only organize people from outside when they have to do stuff that I can't, like electrification, plumbing, that I can't do it myself. You know, there are some stuff that you can't do yourself, or, you know, but there are some of, you know, that the utility men can, we have to do them. Now, if your son can see my father can't do this and this and this, how is going to respect you? You're not men enough. Yours is just to be there, go to the corner house and go and smoke dacha. It says Zol. What Zol is there? And why you smoke dacha as a father? How are your children going to respect you? My father smokes dacha. What do you call it? No, man, come on, man. Change. Pray for that demon of dacha to go out of you. I know some of you are going to criticize me and talk, but I don't care. As long as I know I'm talking the truth. Even Jesus Christ was hated because you were talking the truth. But there's a time that they started respecting him when they see him healing the people. One day you're going to see people being healed, those who quitted the dacha. Then you're going to start now saying, oh, there's another person, that the Opa, who used to post and talk about behavior and all. Now I'm a human rights activist. I'm going to say anything that's related to welfare of a human being. I'm not going to be scared by anybody. Even drugs, I tell them straight, don't buy drugs, you, my son, because these boys are my sons, and nobody can come and tell you because I'm God sent. I'm not scared of anybody. As long as you are doing things that are not right, you are selling our children drugs, then I have to be scared of. In my own country, people are selling drugs, they're from outside. Why should I have to be scared of them? I fought white soldiers, police in 1976 right through. So why should I have to be scared of people who are, I don't know where they're coming from? No, man, let us stand up and fight for our rights. You as a father, be a father enough. Be a father to next door neighbor's son. Be a father to a community, young youth. Do something, make changes, and stop with that dacha of yours, or girls, young girls, being a blesser, undressing in front of young girls. What kind of a man do you call yourself when there's a lot of women of your age all over here? I'm not going to tell you how to conduct yourself in relation to your infidelity behavior, but go to people of your age, not young girls, because they're not going to respect you. That's why in some of the schools, there's no respect. This way, they don't respect the teachers, male teachers, because they see what they're doing outside. They are going, mixing with them in pubs, taverns, and, you know, teachers nowadays, just like, it's not like in our times where we used to respect the teacher. When you see a teacher, you have to hide. They smoke just in front of the school. I was in one of the schools doing a campaign there in the Val. Those boys, when I was busy campaigning after school, they came and smoked under the tree, not far from where But what would I say? Because I mean, they're smoking in front of the. And you must remember, you parents, schools are not responsible for your moral support of your children. They don't care. They are not the one who are smoking drugs or carrying knives or no. Even that school that I'm talking about, there's a boy who carried a Caesar. I even reported inside, and they say, yeah, they carry weapons in the classrooms. And I want us, we must come together and talk about this. We must go and do searches in all these schools. We must confiscate all these weapons and all, because they patronize girls and teachers. So you heard me. Thank you for listening. Cheers.